Hey, how do you move away or how do you move on from family, relatives, colleagues, dates, relationship, or friends that doesn't appreciate you when you have no one else apart from them? Most people often say, I am feeling like I'm trying hard. I've been trying hard to be important to someone else. But hey, what I realize is that you can't make people want you. The name is still DK Manson Channel. Your host and your facilitator for today is DK Manson himself. You can call me Uncle Manson for short if you want us to go fast. Don't forget to subscribe. There is this quote I have put on my walls and people don't understand and have been on my neck. And what I got to know, like, it's important for me to bring this quote into a video form so that my viewers will understand. This quote is, stop raising the dead. Stop raising the dead doesn't mean the second Jesus Christ will be resurrected, But stop raising the dead simply means that stop forcing yourself onto people. Stop forcing yourself into places you don't belong. Sometimes it's very hard to work on. So today, I bring to you the detail of stop raising the dead. I have jotted some things down so that we will all come together to know how we will stay away from people that feel superior than us when we are trying to force ourselves into them. Point number one, you need to cut ties. Cut ties. Okay? And I read to you, let me read from something I have put down. Cut ties. Well, this may sound harsh, okay? But you need to cut ties from people in your life if they don't appreciate you. Okay? If they don't value your presence, the best way is to move away. Stop bounding yourself into people. You can't make them like you. It hurts. So let's assume like you are in people's life, but you still feel lonely. You putting yourself onto them, but yet you still feel lonely. Why won't you be on yourself? So understand that being by yourself is a chance to get to know what you want and be friend to yourself. It's worth and you worth it. Okay? The time people start to cut you away from them, if you cut ties away from people too, you will realize the importance of you and have to move on. Point number 2, let go. I think at this point, let go is the answer. Cut everyone off. The first one is like you need to cut ties. But this one, let go. Whatever that have been in you that makes you feel like you've been rejected, let go. I'm going to tell you an interesting story today about letting go. When you let them go, you become alone. And an important message from being alone. Let me let you know. I just something down. So the only reason they are not staying in your life is because you deserve better people. Did you hear that? You deserve better people than them. So let them go. Better people will come. And there is this quote I always love the most. When you don't need anybody, everybody will need you. Listen very carefully. When you don't need anybody in your life, everyone will need you. So being alone is the answer to an opportunities. Being alone open doors for you to figure out who you are, what you can be, and what you can do. I know you have heard about Sir Isaac Newton. You have heard about this name before. Let me tell you an interesting story about being alone, how this world is being managed today. So let's say that Newton made the entire world revolve around him. He has he was alone, sitting there under an apple tree on Mother Earth's lap, and the apple was too jealous. The Mother Earth was showering pure love on him and not on apple. So the cruel apple fell on his head. Okay? So the apple fell on Newton's head. Hey, but he didn't curse the apple. Listen to this story. Newton didn't curse the apple, but he rather used the apple that fall on his head as an opportunity. Are you always figuring out the negative aspects about people? People who are cutting you off? Are you feeling some way? Are you thinking about only negative aspect of it? No. Think positive. So when the apple fell on Newton's head, Apple, Apple was like, he took the apple that fell on his head. Okay, then it is as a positive note, and he didn't curse the apple too. So listen, what made this apple fall down? How did the apple fall down? This is it. Which fall pulled it down? And after story, everybody knows that invention of physics textbooks and other things were come from this Newton's law. Okay, but hell yes, legends stay alone. He was staying alone under the tree, and they made wealth revolving around him. So people don't feel bad. You are supposed to achieve something, and that's why the universe is not what letting them stay around you. I am telling you, being alone gives you more time to think. Being alone gives you more time to figure yourself out. So when people are cutting you off from them, stop raising the dead. Point number 3. This is very interesting. You cannot, listen to this point very well. People cannot treat you the way you treat yourself. So stop hurting yourself. Stop raising the dead. Stop fixing yourself into a place you don't belong. Okay? I think this is going to be helpful. It's going to help you to stay away from people who don't need you, where your services are no longer needed. Don't force. There is a saying in my dialect like, agro you or say back. So stop. It's just like stop being where you don't belong, where your services are no longer needed. Okay, so you move on by reminding yourself that the friends that you are leaving, you made it, so when you leave that friendship, you still have what? A new experience and the capabilities to build a stronger friendship. The more you hold on to the old ones that keep on hurting you, you will never find people who will love you more and hold you like a family, friend, a partner, a spouse, or whatever. So you need to let the old ones that doesn't appreciate you go. Bearing in mind that it is not easy to change people. Okay? You can't change people. You can't change them to suit you. And you obviously lack the courage to do something about it. You need to ask yourself one main question. Do I want to continue making someone else a priority in my life? When to them, I am only a dispensable option. Don't be an option into somebody's life. This is something that I want to share with you. Don't be an option into somebody's life. We have all been into these situations before. Okay? Being in somebody's life which the person doesn't want you to be there is a whole lot of thing. Any little slightest mistake you do, the whole world will hear. You feel like you've been solving issues. You need a lawyer in the Supreme Court to defend you. It shouldn't be so. You are worth to yourself. You are too great to yourself. Stay away from toxic people. Next time, we'll be bringing you 12 ways to deal with toxic people and how to live with them and how to handle them. With these 3 points, I think it's going to be helpful. Then, point number 4. This point will marvel you. Maybe this has been happening in your life and you don't know. Point number 4. Lack of reciprocity. Lack of reciprocity. I wrote something down. Let me read to you. Lack of reciprocity often signals the end of any relationship, friendship, or otherwise. It is the clearest and strongest method of non-verbal communication one can employ. It is more tactful than telling another, I don't care about you as much as you care about me. You get it now? Reciprocity is something people employ into a friendship, family, relationship to keep distance, to keep people away from them. Maybe they want to be alone. There is this thing I want to explain to you. Hey, we all have garbages that we are carrying. I beg you, if somebody doesn't want you to be close, if somebody doesn't want you to be a friend, if somebody doesn't want you to be a family, salute the person and move on. Okay? That kind of imbalance, give and take friendship will not take you anywhere. Okay? You need to have reliable friends. Friends that even as much as they are busy, when you give them a call, if they can't call back, if they can't pick at that instant, they call you back. Immediately they finish what they are doing. Oh, I was doing this, but I'll call you back. I'm not done. Maybe I'm done. I'm on my way home. Let's try not to let friends or people around us feel as if they are not important. But hey, sometimes this have to happen for you to shape yourself. Okay? So cool down. There is a trick I want to give you. Always remember that you have been living over 30 years. Let me say you are 31. You have been friends to each other for like 2 years. So I will be hearing people saying like, we have been friends for like 5 years. We have been friends for 4 years. My friend, for that 4 years, so let's say you are 30 years. For that 26 years, you have been living without them and nothing happened to you. So people come into our life and leave. Take note of this and don't hurt yourself always. Till we meet again, don't forget to subscribe to DK Manson channel. Day in, day out, we bring you health, relationship, motivations, and a way out in friends, a way out in family, and a way out in everywhere you go. Until we meet again, I say adios. Bye bye.